All right, welcome on back, everybody. Wild Willy here, and next episode of the Get OP and early DLC walkthrough. We just sprinted through Raya Lucaria to get to the debate parlor to kill the Red Wolf of Radagon, and now we're getting ready to tackle the rest of the castle to get to Renala, our next remembrance boss. And get another great rune so that we can get our third talisman's pouch. We'll also get another golden seed, and we are going to get the magic wet blade, glintstone wet blade. I forget what it's called, but we're going to grab that as well. So let's get started. So from the parlor site of grace, or the debate parlor, we're going to run outside. We want to head over here first. They're going to be a bunch of basic dudes. I'm not worried about them. There are going to be two sorcerers up there that are going to aggro and start chucking spells, and we just want to run in here. And this battle magey double mask dude, we just want to take him out real quick. And that's the whetstone, glintstone wet blade. That's what I was after. All right, so we got these basic dudes. We choke point them in the doorway. 1, 2, 3. One more over there. He got me, so let's heal up. Grab the roa fruit. Now we're gonna turn around here and rush these guys down. Oof. And I'm just R1 spamming again, nothing special here. If I'm using any other attacks, I'll let you know. I'm gonna heal up. We got that dude turned around. There's another one right below us, so let's drop down and take him out. We're going to open up the shortcut door. Okay. Now that guy still doesn't see us, so we're going to hop over the ledge and grab the golden seed. There is an abductor virgin around here, so do be mindful that that thing's out there wandering around if you don't know how to fight them. Okay, so let's find our friend. There she is. We're gonna run over here. She should start heading to the left. We're going to the right to grab the Trina's lily. I'm gonna hop up here and then hop up here and grab ourselves another stone sword key. So she's gonna trail off to the left. We're heading towards those pathways down to the right. Another ball is gonna spawn when we get over there. So what you want to do is you want to hop up. That's where the ball is going to spawn from, that little glowy area. So we're going to hop up here, and then what you can do is just hop over here. Those are fan daggers. I'm not going to get them. I don't need fan daggers. We have kukris, and we can get an unlimited supply. So as soon as that ball goes past, we are going to hop over and run. Not grabbing the loot, I'm just sticking to one side. It's either going to hit me or it's not. Alright, so we have an NPC invader up there. You can cheese him by running to the elevator behind him, and he will fall off. We are going to just try and straight up fight him. We're going to use the Ash of War. When he gets close, he does have a shield. He can parry us. So be aware of that. And let's just see how this goes. Come on, Moongrum. Ash of War into follow-up. Didn't work. Alright, we don't want to get hit by that. Unfortunate, he got a heal off, but we should be able to just take him out before he can do anything, and we got the Carrion Knight Shield. So you see how we're damaged right now. There's another glintstone sorcerer out here. We're gonna try and just hop over here and take him out real quick before he does any damage. A couple basic dudes. Grab the golden rune. Kill that guy. Kill that guy. Grab the roa fruit. So this is a shortcut. So instead of having to run up and dodge the ball, now we just have to run up and we can run past. Kind of have to run past that mob. This is where all those basic dudes were There's going to be one blocking the stairs. We got to run past or kill the 2 glintstone sorcerers, but we're, you know, that allows us to run back through. We can go up and kill a couple of sorcerers. Let me just show everybody in case you don't know. You hop over here very carefully onto the little ledge. We're going to open this shortcut door. This just takes us back out to where we started this area. It'll make sense in a second. That's where the ball drops. That's where we fought Moongrum. And now if we go up here, there's just one dude I'm going to try and kill. I don't know if he stops the ball or not. We'll find out. And it's just a glintstone sorcerer right off there to our right. That guy. I think he's the one doing the ball. So just sneak up on him, whack, whack. Now let's see if that does that. So there are 2 more glintstone sorcerers and a pumpkin head. There's like a weird mask, and you can drop down and grab a golden rune 5 to come out over there. I'm not terribly interested in any of that stuff. You guys want it? You can go ahead and get it. Okay, so the ball still does spawn. I guess you have to kill all of them. That's good to know. I've never checked that. But anyway, I was getting back to this point. We have in our shield choices to go through equipment. We can't use that. We don't have the int. We can't use this, but we can put it on. And what it's going to do, let's see if I can see it. HP. Let me go to a different screen where it's easier to see. So go to status, and right there in the middle of our base stats, in the middle column right above where the spells are, you can see that our HP is regenerating very slowly. This is the icon shield. It's a great shield, and this is exactly why I get this thing, because it regens 3 HP per second. Not a lot, but if you're not doing anything, you go stand off in a corner, check your text messages, you know, go to the bathroom, grab a cup of coffee, get yourself a drink, talk about what's coming up next in my case, and it'll heal you up slowly so that we don't have to use a flask. So what is next? Renal is next. When we go into our fight, there's, you know, cutscene, there's going to be a bunch of little sorceress dudes, sorcerer scholar dudes, ladies around her, and then she's going to be up in the air. And the trick is there are 3 that have golden shields that you have to kill in order to bring her down, and then you can do damage to her. And when you kill her in this first phase, then you go to her second phase. We're going to be transported to a wide open, like a magic arena, and she's going to summon magical spells on us and spirit summon on us. So don't pop your bang imps just yet. Save them for the second phase. What you can do is you can buff up, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't. We should finish her quickly enough so that you can go ahead and drink the flask. It lasts for 3 minutes. We shouldn't 1-cycle her. Typically you want to 2-cycle her, which means you bring her down, you do some damage, the gold shell that she's in reforms, and then you have to go find the 3 golden shield ladies and kill them again to bring her back down. That gives you time to, you can kill 2 of them, buff up again, and then go and fight her in the second phase, and that you should dunk all over her. So that's the plan, and you can tell who the golden shell ones are. The other ones will kind of claw at you and maybe shoot flame at you. The golden shelled ones are going to be chucking books at you in a straight line. So you just need to look around. If you don't see the golden shell, you need to see where the books are coming from. So we are healed all the way up. So let's get rid of this and go back to our turtle shell shield. We are going to... I'll go ahead and do Blood Flame Blade. I will save the rest of it for the second phase. Drinking our flask of Wondrous Physic. So let's go through. Let's 2-hand again. Let's just have healing flasks in case we need it. And I'm going to skip the cutscene. If you've never seen it, you should be watching all of these and doing all the dialogue. But let's just get into it now that we're healed up. All right, so skip this cutscene. There she is. We are looking. There's gold shell number 1. We're looking for people chucking books. I can see the other gold shell. There's a book. They're doing magic. Now we just need to find the third one. All right, so I saw books over here to my left. There she is. Let's whack her. So she should come down, and then you just start wailing on her. And you can see we are doing a lot of damage. I don't quite want to uncycle her. I think I can hit her one more time, and then we'll let her go back up. Okay, so book lady. Look for the other ones. We want to find all 3. So she's going to get a little more violent now. And, you know, like more stuff is going to get thrown at us. I'm not seeing books. There's one. So what we want to do, kill them, get them out of the way. They can just chip damage. So now we want to buff up. So here's where we can summon our imps, refill our flask. They're going to run around and distract. We can do heal up. We can do Blood Flame Blade again. We can do Flame Grammy Strength. Refill our mana again. Change back. And 2 hands. And now we gotta find the last one. So book chucking right here. That should bring her down. And we should just be able to bop her and go into the next phase. When we go into the next phase, she's gonna shoot like big laser beam at us, so you just want to be running to one side as soon as you phase in. So we're gonna skip the cutscene and run to the right. Lock on, and you can already see how this is gonna go. You can kind of stagger lock her. She's gonna hop back. Just want to stay on top of her so that she can't summon. And she's dead. And again, that was just R1 spamming. If she summons stuff, you know, just try to stay aggressive and stay on her. The only summon you really need to worry about is she summons up a dragon. And that takes up a lot of space, and you can just kind of run around, chuck kukris at her, whatever, until the dragon unspawns. All right, so we're all set there. Grab the grace. All right, so we're just gonna go back to the round table hold so that we can get our next talisman pouch. I'm gonna go back and visit the 2 fingers.
I had only fine. You have it now to become the fingers.
There's our talisman pouch. Okay, and then Renala, she's just got the Carrion Regal Scepter. If you are doing sorceries and you get the 60 int, it's very, very good. The scaling on it is the best in the game. And then we didn't get to see her use it. There's the Renala's Full Moon, and there's Ronnie's Dark Moon. Ronnie's Dark Moon I think is better because it does Frostbite buildup, and it's 2 moons, but just, you know, sorcery. And you still have your nuke, which is Comet Azure. So we're not getting any of that stuff. We don't want any of your gear. What we do want to do is check our equipment and see if we can start putting on the Carrion Knight set, which is this. So we're done with kind of magic-y people, so it doesn't matter that our resistances are going down until we fight Radon, and we should, you know, we can use this set. Let's just check this real quick. All right, so that would get us to 52 poise, but we're heavy load. With our equip load, we would need more endurance. So let's see how many points of endurance we can get, see if we can get that up to 20, and then we'll start pushing vigor and then putting a little bit more into strength, stat-wise. So that's where we're going to be. We're going to stick with the Navy hood. It gives us 1 more point of mind and a little bit of protection, and we're in the Carrion Knight set. By the time we get to Volcano Manor and we're running through there, when we go to fight the boss, we're going to, be in the full Carrion Knight set or something better. Probably just the Carrion Knight set. So now we can put on the Gold Scarab. We don't have anything else to put in that slot. I'm not using the Axe Talisman. We can get the Ritual Sword Talisman, which you do more damage when you're full HP, and have that when you're running around. Like if you're more concerned about damage, we're just gonna keep this. It'll keep us very simple. This is our talisman loadout all the way up through Moog. Okay, so let's go here and rest. And how are we doing on time? We're good on time, so level up. We get 2 more points of endurance. Okay. And let's see what that buys us. Still heavy load, so no improvement there. All right, so next up, we are going to, now that we have more equip load, more stamina, better armor, we can push vigor some more. We are level 59. So we started at level 50 in this episode, or was last episode, so we're getting up there. I think the next break point, what we want to do is let's just go ahead and go back to Mogwin's Palace, and we're going to bird farm some more. We want to get 6 levels, so that's going to be about 130,000 runes. I would go 130, 140 just to get over it. So like 10, 12 shots of the bird will get us to 40 vigor, and then we are going to start going through the legacy dungeon part of Volcano Manor to get to Godskin Noble. So let's switch off of that, go to our bow. Oops. It's on there. Oh, we can't do it because we're here. No combat zone. I was trying to two-hand. So palace approach, and I'm gonna pause the video, and we're gonna see you guys again when we are all at 40 vigor. All right, so welcome back, everybody. We should have all done the bird farm to get up to level 65. These are our current stats. We have 40 vigor, 10 mind, 19 endurance, 20 strength, 18 dex, 10 int, 15 faith, and 12 arcane. 40 is the first soft cap for vigor. It's like 20, 40, 60. So we will continue to get good returns going all the way up to 60. And then our endurance is at 19. We'd like to get that into the 20s. But then, we're really going to start focusing on strength so that we can pump more damage, because we're pretty much two-handing our weapon most of the time. If we get our strength up to, closer to 40, when we two-hand it, we'll be at the second soft cap, which is 60. And, this is the rune situation. It takes 25,000 to level up. And I've got, a couple thousand runes, but now we're going to go farm the bird 2 more times, and we are going to go load up on arrows, kukris, and then we're going to go buy boiled crab from Boggart outside of up by Altus Plateau and down in the little moat area. So 2 more times. That'll give us plenty of runes for this next part. Then we'll go to Round Table, and then we'll head to the little moat thingy by Lindell. So that was 1. This is 2. Hopefully by this point too, you guys should have settled on what your bird farming spot is going to be. Go back to our Bloodhound's Fang. Alright, back to the round table. Hold. Alright, so Volcano Manor is up next. We already have a Site of Grace. We're just going to be running. At shop 3, Nomadic Bell Bearing. We have 30, so let's pick up a bunch more. Let's go on up to 70. Okay, and then arrows. We'll go ahead and just get 65, so that'll top us off there. Let's see. And I'm gonna pop a very basic golden rune, so I'm exactly at 24,000. Where are they? There they are. Got plenty. You'll see why in a minute. They cost. All right, so this is a little tricky. We want to rest at the Site of Grace because we were going to go to one of the merchants, and it's nighttime, and a bell-bearing hunter spawns in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's nice. Let's make it morning. There's actually a couple different ways that you can get to this guy now that you think about it, or I think about it. He is right down here. I'll put a little mark just for fun. We could come from here, we could come from here, or we could come out of the catacomb here, which is probably the closest. Which is why we grab all these Sites of Grace. Even if we're not clearing the catacomb, it does give us a convenient spot to travel to. So just come on outside. Remember, don't go that way. There's our rune bear friend. Want to hug the cliff to our right. That's where we're headed anyway. Head down here. Right down through this little crevasse. We see our boy out there. And this is another reason I don't do Dung Eater's quest line. I value boiled crab way more than his shitty ass armor set or anything else he gives me. So now I'm just gonna get 40. That's why I went and used that rune. So we are set up. That's going to be part of our buff routine whenever we fight a boss.
And it's only getting better.
Yes, it is, my friend. I'm not letting some weirdo come murder you. Go ahead and equip those. There they are. And you can use some of these other consumables. We don't have a ton of anything. This boosts our physical attack. So, you know, we could, this boosts physical damage negation, this boosts our attack, used in combination. So you're taking less and dealing more. We're loaded up on kukris. We got plenty of arrows for now. So we're all set. So let's go to Volcano Manor and we'll run through the first part of it. We might not get all the way to the Godskin Noble, but we will do our best. So we're going to the Prison Town Church. We're going to go outside, turn right, and we're going to see one of these big snake soldier thingies. And then we're going to pop our imps and we're going to, you know, run and hop across some buildings and drop down. And there's one more snake thingy that we got to dodge. And then we're inside. So let's pull our imps. And now we're gonna run. And drop down here, run over here, drop onto this roof, come over here. Don't drop down there. We got the one guy here. We want to drop down there, and then we want to drop down and run through that gate. And there's an omen killer behind us. Our imp should teleport over to us. This is a clear area. Come on, little imps. Alright, I gotta kill this guy. Get him off my imps. Come on, boys, come on. I just want them to distract from this guy. We're just gonna run past him to the left and jump. And jump. And he can't follow us. Alright, and that's gonna despawn our imps, and we're gonna go in here. You can see these guys up here in these chairs. They'll drop down and try and get us. Let's put our lantern on so we can see a little better. So we're gonna run past these guys. We're gonna run through the doorway over there, and then we're gonna head down the stairs. And I don't quite know what to call these things. They're kind of furry beastmen. They don't have legs. They're kind of like hairy albinurics. They're gonna try and crawl and grab us, and they'd have this grab attack that does a lot of damage. They're kind of like furry lampreys. So we got to take that one out. Then we need to go downstairs, and there are 3 more that we need to take out. They won't immediately aggro to us, so as a matter of fact, we can take out the one on the stairs, take out the one at the bottom of the stairs. That'll aggro one towards us. We can take him out, and then the last one we should be able to take out, and then we'll go from there. So run through here. And here comes our boy up the stairs. Let's take him out. 2 hits and he's dead. And we're clear here. So there's the next one we gotta take out. And the other ones are, that's the one that's gonna aggro. And then that's the last one we gotta take out. He should stay in there. So let's lock on we can't lock on him. All right. So he has not come after us. So let's see if we can't. Okay, there's an extra one. All right. So let's. Stop. Okay. Let's get him. You can't lock onto these guys until they get up. Let's backstab him. Alright, so this next part is the most dangerous part of this little run through. We have that guy who's going to start screaming and yelling, so we want to throw kukris at him. Just beyond him to the right is another one of those hairy albinuric dudes. But also patrolling through there is one of the snake guys that we ran past earlier. So I'm going to buff up because there is a site of grace just right around the corner. In case we have to tangle with Snake Guy, I want to be... don't want to be fucking around. Okay, so switch to healing. Alright, and now we want to lock onto him. He should... the other guy should come over and be like, what's going on? Alright, now we should lock onto him. Once we hit him, he's going to aggro and come after us. And we took him out. And now we're watching for the snake guy to come. There he is. So let's try to do a running heavy on him and just beat him down real quick before he can even do anything. And that worked beautifully. So now we're going to come in here and we're going to rest at the grace. We're going to get everything back. That snake guy is going to respawn, but we should be fine. We're going to run out the door to our right and open the door and go out. And he's like doing a loop and he's not on the part of the loop yet. So we turn around. He's going to come in that door behind us. He's out on that other balcony. So we're gone. He's not going to see us again. Flame slugs down there. We're just going to run past these guys. They're not worth much. They're kind of a pain. They spit stuff at you, try to set you on fire. The lava does a lot of damage. So let's heal up. We're running up here onto the roof to grab this. This is our next Somber 6. So now we, I forget how many we have. We want to kill this guy because otherwise he's chucking shit at us. There should be another guy we can kind of plunge. The next place we want to go is we want to go right where my head is. We're going to hop up on the building over there. So we're going to drop down, run over, hop across, and hop up on the building. And we're going to come around and kill that guy and grab that loot. And then we're just going to come across and go up the stairs, which are right by that snake guy statue. Now there's a dude down there. Where is he? I'm not going to worry about him. We're just going to hop off here, and he should not be able to get us. I'm holding my B button so I can sprint and then jump. And then we're going to jump. And jump. 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 There is a little gap there, so you do have to jump. So let's whack this guy. Grab this. Okay, there's a golden rune there. So we got 2 smithing sixes. That's what we wanted. You can see the guy down there that was hiding. If we come around this way, past all the slugs, then he would have ambushed us, and that guy up top would have been chucking shit at us. So we're just gonna hop down and run past that slug and hop across the lava over there and go up the stairs. Okay, so there's another snake dude up here. He's patrolling back and forth, so we're just gonna crouch. He's gonna turn around and go back. That elevator, that's an elevator that he just walked past. That's where we wanna go. And if you wanna be brave, you can fight him, but then you have to go past all that stuff again. So it's easier just to be sneaky. Once he's over there, you can just make a run for it. Hit the elevator, turn around, make sure he's not coming for you. Okay, so there's a, like, fire monk there. Again, you can fight him or run past him. He's the last thing standing between us and our original site of grace. So we will take him out. Let's just go ahead and buff up. He's not weak to flame, but this does make us proc bleed sooner. Oops, 2-hand. I'm not gonna do that. I will pop that. He's gonna come down the stairs and we should just be able to beat on him. So running heavy, should stagger, and now we can just wail on him and he's dead. Okay, so we're gonna run across. That's where the boss is, not going in there. We'll tackle him next episode. We're gonna come down here and get the shortcut. Cool little cutscene if you've never seen it before. I'm gonna skip it to not ruin it for anybody that's playing the game for the first time. All my Nightreign bros. That up there is our Somber 7. We have to run through more of the castle to get there. We have to beat the Godskin Noble, kind of the midpoint boss, to get there. There used to be a skip that you could do. You could like strip naked and jump up there and grab it, but they patched that out. So now you got to get it the old-fashioned way. All right, so that's it for this episode. We're going to wrap up now, and I'll see you guys in the next one where we take on the Godskin Noble.